Hey guys, Andy back here from Mediocre Hobbies, bringing you another hobby tutorial. This one is going to be on the Skitarii Marshal miniature. The addition of these like kind of one step down commanders like lieutenants and stuff, the Marshal and characters like this that have been added to every army. So if you want to play a smaller game of Warhammer 40,000, you don't have to take a chapter master or a captain. I really enjoy that addition to the Warhammer 40,000 universe, and I'm going to paint up a bunch more of these in my tutorials moving forward. So like I said, today we're going to start with the Skitarii Marshal. Nice quick scheme to help you guys paint up. This is of course transferable to some normal Skitarii miniatures. I've taken a bunch of requests to do some more Skitarii stuff, Mechanicum stuff in general, so I'm going to be taking that on board and doing a bunch of videos in the near future. So stick around and let me know what you think of the Skitarii Marshal. And here is the Skitarii Marshal in question. This is the little picture taken out of the clan pack that it came in. I can never take these pictures out without, wrecking them. So apologize for all the creases in the paper there. And this is the miniature as it stands now. So it has been constructed, sprayed black, and given a zenithal prime of grey sear straight out of the can, all rattle cans. Very quick and easy to do, and it gives you a beautiful place to start if you're going to be using contrast with any of your painting. So I'm going to start with Iron Hand Steel, and I'm going to go around and basically layer up the entire miniature that is metallic with Iron Hand Steel. This is quite a busy model, especially around the center area, the center line of the miniature, the head, chest, shoulder, all those bits. So this is a miniature that I had the Games Workshop website open for during the painting process with the 360-degree spin. So I could kind of check back on all the different pieces of what's supposed to be silver, what's supposed to be red, what's supposed to be cut, you know what I mean? It makes the process just move a lot faster and makes you feel a little bit more confident about you painting the right parts. You can of course add your own flair to this as you see fit. It's your miniature at the end of the day. Retributor Armor Gold was used to paint up all of the gold or brass or copper parts of the miniature that you like. I'm going to be shading this whole miniature down, so it's not going to be staying this kind of bright and vibrant gold. But Retributor just adds such a beautiful base coat for doing anything like that. Black Templar contrast was used for some of the black parts of the miniature. So his the fabric on his legs is black. He also has one black sleeve for some reason. I couldn't really discern, and if I didn't check the website, I would have painted that red thinking he was part of the Skitarii robes, but it's not. That sleeve is actually unbuttoned and folded back, and he's got another black sleeve underneath it. So, but once again, check the 360, find all the different bits and pieces that are meant to be black. Cables, his face is actually supposed to be black, didn't know that. After that, I moved over to the Blood Angels red contrast, and I did then the all of the Skitarii robes. The Mechanicum color of choice for me, I went for the traditional Mars scheme. It is my favorite. It is what I will paint up my kind of 6,000 point army as. The beautiful red scheme, because I love the look. It goes with those beautiful Martian bases perfectly. And with this, once you've done that priming like I suggested, this goes over this like a treat. And it takes absolutely no time at all to get a really nice solid red coat on the miniature. And with that, all of the base coats are applied, and it's time to go in with the shade. For this, I moved over to Seraphim Sepia. Once again, I'm struggling a little bit. This is the new formula of Seraphim Sepia. It definitely doesn't add the amount of shading that I desire. I much prefer the old formula for the shades. I'm struggling immensely with the new ones, but I gotta learn, right? So giving this miniature a nice coat of Seraphim Sepia. Shades nicely all the red, the gold, the silver, everything you need. Okay guys, while we wait for that to dry, I thought I'd take this opportunity to thank you guys for the continued support for me and the channel. The channel is growing in leaps and bounds. We are just about to hit 17,000 subscribers, which I'm absolutely ecstatic for. All the likes and comments make a huge impact, so if you guys do enjoy the videos, make sure that you do give them a like, and if you have any questions about anything I do in any video, please do not hesitate to drop it in the comments below, and I will get back to each and every one of you guys. The more times you like, the more times you comment, the more it pushes the videos out and more people see them. If you want to see me grow even further and help me establish this channel as a solid career moving forward, the best way that you can support me and this channel is over on my Patreon. There are links to that below, and you get a bunch of rewards and access to things like a private Discord server where me and nearly 100 other people now share ideas, bounce tutorials off each other, and support each other in the hobby. It's becoming a really great, vibrant place to be, and I'm super proud of it. So I would love to see you guys over there. So without further ado, let's get back to painting. Okay, and as you can see, while I was waiting for the shade to dry, I went ahead and based the entire miniature. So I'm now working towards completing the miniature entirely instead of painting it all and then having to go and do the base. We're going to move back to Iron Hand Steel. This time it's going to be layer back up all of those metallics. So just the highest points on the miniature, and we're going to leave all the recesses nice and shaded. I'm also going to use this silver paint to highlight up all of the gold parts of the miniature as well. It's a trick I've used in multiple videos, and that is layering up both the silver and the gold with the silver highlight paint. It saves on time, it gives you a nice brassy look, and it definitely fits like the kind of massed infantry look. Maybe if you want to go for characters or anything like that, then maybe you would layer back up with a gold paint and brighten it up very ornamentationally. That's a word, right? But for guys that are just going to be stomping around the battlefield, I think it just works perfectly on both gold and silver. We're going to use the Corvus black base paint, and we're going to use this to layer up all of the black parts. So once again, that sleeve, his leg, faceplate, and then some of the cable work. Oh, and the black leather case that goes over his power pack. Why there's a black leather case over his power pack, I don't know, but it looks cool, so we'll go with it. Maybe it would be too much silver on the back if we didn't do that. It balanced the model nicely, so who am I to judge? This is a stage where you now do not want to hit the metallics, because for all intents and purposes the metallics in this miniature are finished. So from there on you need to be careful. So we did the black, now it's time to move over to the red. As you can see, I'm using the Mephiston red air paint. You can use the traditional Mephiston red paint. I just like how easy flow the air paint is, and it's still quite strong in pigment. It gives great opacity even in the air format, and I will paint with it as long as it lasts. As you know, Games Workshop has now discontinued the air range of paints, so this stuff's going to be like gold dust. But of course, adding a bit of medium into Blood Angels red, or Mephiston red, sorry, will pretty much give you the same thing. This is just convenience for me. And as you can see, it flows beautifully straight from the pot, and it works to highlight the Mechanicum guy's robe beautifully. So I'm going to take my time with the robe, especially this one is that folded back one I talked about. I think this guy took two thin coats a little bit to heart. But yeah, I'm going to go through the rest of the miniature, highlighting up very carefully all of the red, because at this point in the miniature I can't hit the black, I can't hit the metallics, I can't hit the golds. We're kind of moving into the end game of painting this miniature, so I do not want to mess it up. This is always one of my favorite parts of painting a miniature, even Skitarii, is getting the crisp robe parts that really separate the rest of the model. It's that whole thing where you can see an armored figure in war, that makes sense, but then with those beautiful bright red cloaks, you know, it's not supposed to be in war. It looks like it would get wrecked and dirty and stuff, so I like it. I'm going to use Warp Lightning Contrast, and we're going to hit all of the different eye lenses across this miniature. So of course the eye lens on his own face, the other eye in his face as well, I guess, his standard face, which isn't a lens, it is a lens, I don't know. And then there's light on his shoulder, the servo skull, of course, and all of those bits and pieces are going to get a little bit of Warp Lightning to just give them that kind of glowing energy effect. And imagine this Skitarii guy is pulsing with. And with that, I call this miniature complete. I now have a Skitarii Marshal ready to lead my Mechanicum army into battle. This guy will be seen in a battle report in a couple of weeks, leading a new force. I'm sure over the next couple of weeks you'll see more and more units added to the playlist for the Mechanicum, to really bolster out that army and make it interesting for you guys to see on the battlefield. thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and enjoy my work, there's loads of other places that you can find my stuff, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, even podcast these days. So links to all of those will be below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.